School Board of Trustees of the School City of East Chicago. The time is now 6:03 p.m. The place is the School City of East Chicago Administration Building, 1401 East 144th Street in East Chicago, Indiana. This meeting is also being recorded via live stream. May we please, meeting call to order.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Trustee Gibson King.
Present.
Trustee Gomez.
Present.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Present.
Trustee Smith.
Present.
Madam President Taylor.
President, may we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I was waiting to see if they were going to move first.
Color attention. Carry colors. Forward march. Color up. Present colors. Order the colors. Center face. Forward march. Post. Colors. Left face. Forward march.
Moving on to the next item on the agenda is the mission statement. Superintendent Dr. Stephen Bournet.
Good evening. The School City of East Chicago educates and empowers every student through aligned instruction, meaningful partnerships, and differentiated practices to ensure success in life, college, career, and civic engagement.
Thank you. Moving on to next item, 1.04, certification. Pursuant to Indiana Code 5-14-1.5-6.1, I hereby certify that an executive session was held on Wednesday, April 29th, 2026, and there were no matters discussed during that meeting other than the items listed in the posted and advertised public notice. Are there any trustees who would dissent the certification? Being none, we can move to the next item on the agenda. Moving on to item 2.01, approval of the agenda. Are there any questions or comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 2.01?
Madam President, make a motion to approve item 2.01.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez, second by Trustee Gomez. Are there any questions from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King.
Yes.
Trustee Gomez.
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Madam President Taylor.
Yes. Moving on to the next item on the agenda is presentations. We have item 3.01, Athletics Annual Report.
And I printed this one. The whole team. Yes. You didn't know this.
Uh-oh.
I know it's hot. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Board of Trustees for the opportunity to speak this evening on Cardinal Athletics. All of you all should have a copy of the presentation. If we off a word or two, please let me know, but I think we'll be pretty accurate. I also want to introduce a special guest that's here tonight to come support us. He's the Assistant Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Mr. Robert Falkins. Can we give him a hand? Now, one thing I can tell you about Mr. Falkins, okay, he kind of tough on Mr. Gordon, but he's very supportive of the Cardinals, and he wants us to do things the right way, on time, all the time. Okay. Behind me, you can see that I have our coaches up here, okay, because we truly are a team, and there's no I in team. We do have some other people that play a very big role in Cardinal athletics. We got my ladies sitting over there. When you come in, you sign in. They work the front gate. Sometimes we have them work concessions. They're all over. So thank all of you all. Oh, you should be up here with your shirt. Coach Oliveras. So Coach Oliveras served a number of roles, as we know here. All right. Many of us have a role as a team in supporting our student athletes. If you have supported the Cardinal student athletes as a donor, as a fan, as a teacher, as a mentor, whatever, please stand. You've been to any games? It's good that most of us stood, but I believe that all of us play a role because it truly takes a village to make this happen, okay? I can stand up as an athletic director and talk about what we do or what we're looking to do, but I got a lot of people behind me that truly make it happen. Our athletic mission and vision, okay? We developed our own athletic mission and vision. Thank you, board. You approved it, okay? But what we wanted to do is we wanted a mission to advocate for a strong athletics program that produce well-rounded educational development for our students. Our vision expands upon the SCEC vision for empowering student success, excellence, innovation, by embracing the Cardinal way. And if you ever hear that when I'm speaking, you'll hear me talk about the Cardinal way. And people often ask me, what is the Cardinal way? The Cardinal way is doing it the right way all the time. Doing the right thing all the time. That's the Cardinal way. That's what we ask. How do we define success? And the topic of athletics come up a lot in these meetings. And sometimes I think when we talk to the board, we want to give you a view of what athletics truly look like from our student athletes and our coaches. Sometimes we refer to ourselves as a failing school. And let me say this. It's such a stigma that we've given up, shortchange the work and dedication of our students, faculty, support staff, and administration. It perpetuates long-standing stereotypes about our students and our schools. Yes, we have opportunities for improvement and making progress, but substantial change takes time.
Thank you.
One of the things you know at East Chicago, athletic is the mirror of our community. People want to talk about athletics here in East Chicago. How we present in athletics mirror how we present in the rest of our schools. We host people from all across the region and across the state. We have sectionals that we host here in several sports, baseball, wrestling, basketball, semi-state. We got the issue assistant director here. We have special nights. We have elementary and middle school tournaments. We have basketball showcases. We do a lot. So people come out and they look at East Chicago school system. They look at East Chicago Central. They come out. And so how we represent there means a lot. In the remainder of this presentation, we will walk through the roadmap where we started, where we are going, and you also hear from our coaches. Now, please keep in mind, we won't keep you here all day because if I continue to tell you everything we do, we'll be here till midnight. So we're gonna skip a few things and try to get to the gist of it. I started as the AD in November of 2022. And one of the things that I'll say is that East Chicago sports was not popping. People were not talking about it. When they would talk to me about East Chicago sports, they'll talk about when you remember when you played in 1985 or remember the 2017 team. But it wasn't really hitting on anything. So we wanted to do something that when I came in, we said we got to build back the brand. We got to build back the brand. So when they look at East Chicago and East Chicago sports, they want to be a part of it, and people are, all right? And teams want to play us, and some teams are scared to play us, okay? We identified 4 pillars of success. 1, athletic operations. 2, academic success. 3, our feeder system. 4, community engagement. And I think we're doing pretty well in all of those. I think we're doing pretty well. I won't go through them all because I don't have time, but I think we're doing pretty well. Next, we'll talk through some of our improvements and highlights from this current year, and you'll hear from various members of our team, okay, in this section. Everything that we do in athletics is to focus on education and our students. It's not about the coaches. It's not about the administration. It's not about the board. It's about our students, and that's our primary focus. You know, I introduced Mr. Falkins earlier, and he's been a great mentor to me, okay? He really stays on me to tell me some of the things that I need to do as an athletic director, and I call him quite a bit. I want to say, you know, I talked about some of us saying that we are a failing school. I was glad to hear in our last report, we are no longer a failing school. We're no longer a failing school. But I never felt we were a failing school. I think there are some areas we need to improve on. But when we say we are a failing school, guess who's listening? The students are listening. The community is listening. People that might want to come to the community, they all hear that. And let me tell you, if they're not coming to the community, it's going to affect our athletic program as well. We lose very good kids yearly to other schools. We want East Chicago to be the first school of choice. Not the last, the first school of choice. You know, since I've been here, I think I have seen our alumni department, division get really active, buying curtains and chairs and senior takeover day and coming out, attending many of our sporting events, okay? That's good, but I think really, and I could be wrong, but I think that started from the athletic side of it, because people start coming to our games and then they start connecting with each other. They start connecting. So I'm not just saying this. I'm going to bring Coach Alla up and let him tell you some facts.
Okay.
So part of the biggest thing that we tried to do this year, like Coach Gordon mentioned, was bringing back the brand. And a big part of that had to do with our social media presence, our website presence. And like Coach Gordon said, the city of East Chicago has always been passionate about the brand, from the Cardinals to the Senators to the Rough Riders. One of our pillars for continuing to expand community engagement was to improve those marketing efforts. So this year we launched a new athletic website and an increased social media presence, which has greatly improved our digital visibility this year. As you guys know, we're in a digital age. One thing that parents see the internet. Parents like to see what's going on. And for us, our website generated 8,944 visitors just this year. From a Facebook standpoint, we reached 511,000 views and 23,000 visits overall from August to date. Another thing that we introduced this year was the Jersey Mike's Player and Team of the Week. Obviously, that's a really good way to highlight student athletes and to continue giving them that confidence and push. When they feel recognized and appreciated, they tend to work that much harder. So that's been something big for us. And again, we've also gotten kudos from other school districts. Other school districts are noticing what's going on in East Chicago. Like it was mentioned earlier, there's a little bit of an intimidation factor going on when it comes to matching up against East Chicago in different sports. And again, that's due to the hard work of our student athletes and all of our coaches. So let's give them all a hand.
Okay, so right now, we want to look at the number of sports that we offer, all right? Right now, the average number of sports for pretty much all schools in Indiana is 21 sports, okay? We offer 21 sports on the button. The high number at one school is 25. One of our neighbors got 25 sports, but the enrollment is 3,100, okay? There are 26 sports that are offered, sanctioned sports in Indiana. We participate in 21 of them. The sports that you see listed, this is sports we offer. Let's go to the one that we're right there. That we're not currently offering: girls golf, girls wrestling, girls gymnastics, girls lacrosse, which is an emerging sport, and boys volleyball. And you may say, well, why aren't we offering them? There are several things that take place before you go and decide that you want to offer sports. First, one of the things I did is I sent out a student survey twice. I didn't want to make the decision as the athletic director, go to the superintendent saying we should add this or that. I wanted to know what the students wanted. We want to know what sports do they want to participate in. Then we have to look at if we got a qualified coaching staff. How will it impact Title IX? There are certain rules that you may sit there, may not know about, but we have to have a balance of female to male participation. All right, and I'll leave it at that from there. Okay. As I said earlier, you went too far. There you go. We want to talk about making East Chicago School City the school of choice. We want to be exceptional in our teaching, our leadership, our academic growth, our student wellness, school climate, our resources, and our family engagement. So there are a number of things that we need to do to grow School City of East Chicago. And as School City of East Chicago grows student-wise, we will get better and we will grow athletically. One of the things I can tell you, our athletic participation has increased from the 24-25 year to 25-26, okay? And nearly 40% of our students participate in at least one sport. We have a goal. I know when Dr. Bournet came in and we sat down in one of our very first meetings, there was a goal to have at least, he said 100%, I said 99, where our students at least participate in a club, a sport, or something just other than coming to school. We want them to have a reason. And let me say this, a lot of times, students don't have a lot to go home to. They want to play sports. They want to be a part of a club. I recall one of my managers, I kept them as a manager in our program because they wanted to be a part of the team, because they didn't really want to go home. I know the other chart is very hard to read, but what it shows that basketball, football, soccer, girls, volleyball have the largest number of participants, okay, year over year, especially here in East Chicago. Mr. Falkins and I were just talking about the struggle of schools fielding JV teams, freshman teams, even in sports like basketball, okay? So there's a struggle right now. And we got to get the kids off the couch, okay? Get them playing sports, get them involved. One of the other things I know the board is really concerned about. Athletics, many studies show that people that participate in athletics do better than the normal general body student. That happens here. Our GPA is 0.23 higher for people who play sports here at East Chicago than a regular student. I skip over our revenue and fundraising for the sake of time. There are some facility projects that we got done. I hope that you're seeing it. We get a new elevator, and over there by the gym, we're doing a lot of manicuring to over there by Chicago Central. So there's a lot of new things going on. There's some things we want to get done. We want to be able to use the field next to the fitness center if we could get the bolts removed, okay? Get them bolts removed. We'd like to have that as a soccer field, a backup practice field for our football team. So there are some things that we're trying to get done. Now, and notice I did skip over some things just based on time, but I'm gonna bring our fitness center director up, Coach Peterson.
I want to first of all thank you for allowing us to come and speak tonight, Coach, for allowing us to have a voice. So thank you so much. The fitness center, to give you a brief history really quick, when we put that in 1991, there was only a couple Division I colleges that had a better facility, and that was Nebraska and Texas A&M. We still are, at this point, one of the best high school weight rooms in the state of Indiana. So be very proud of that. We got a facility over there that's very unique. I can say that for this next statement, it's the most used facility in your school district, bar none. We push more people through there in a year than any other facility. We're open all year long. We're open over the summer. We're open over winter break, Christmas break, spring break. We're going from early in the morning to late at night. So it is the most used facility in your school district. We have lifting classes going on during the school day that kids can sign up for. Most of those are full. We have fire and rescue that are using it. We have JROTC that use it. And my special place is we got the special needs students that come out and use it. And that's got a special place in my heart. In fact, I talked to Ms. Jensen here not recently. They got so committed to a couple pieces of equipment in there that they are wearing it out. And I talked to her about that situation, the mini tramps. Have you ever been on a mini tramp? They'll jump for 40 minutes nonstop, just going crazy, and the teachers are trying to get them to do other things, but yeah, they weren't. We also have, as you're aware of, the community comes in and uses that facility year-round, so it's a good public relations for our community. People come in there, and I might be from a New Addition, and Coach is walking on the treadmill next to me, and he's from Prairie Park, and we get to talking, and it develops bond in our community, which we need. So that's a good thing. To do this, I have a great staff. John Hess, he runs the PE, the strength and conditioning classes, and also coordinates with special needs classes. Lenore Esquivel, my maintenance lady. Oh, special person. She goes beyond her job description. She greets the kids when they come in. They better say good morning or good afternoon, or she has something to say about it. And the companies that come in that service our equipment or to bring in new equipment, without a doubt, one of the things I'm going to hear from them, we've never been in a gym like this in our life. It is so clean. It's unbelievable, and that's thanks to her. My last one, he's been with me a year and a half now, is Jaquan Gillis, Coach Gillis. He's been a blessing. I got him a year and a half ago, and this guy has a big heart for kids. Big heart for kids. I see it every day, and I don't think you know your true potential yet. He's growing in a year and a half, is growing tremendously. Really quickly, the other things that we got going on there, since 1995, we've handled the eligibility center. If you're not aware of it, if one of the coaches have an athlete that's on track to maybe get a college scholarship in a Division I or Division II school, there are certain requirements they got to meet, and sometimes it can be daunting. We've been handling that since 1995. FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Fellowship of Christian Athletes is globally is the largest sports Christian organization in the world. They got 20,000 huddles across 115 countries in the world. We got a group at our school, very special group. So we got FCA going on there. The other thing, Trustee Rodriguez, we always got students working election day. And when I say working election day, people, I'm talking about they're inside the polling places working as judges and clerks. We had 28 students do it this past election. I can say this is my personal opinion, they do a better job than the adults, especially when it comes to the iPad and stuff like that. They do a fantastic job. One last thing, people. One of the things I'm really proud about the fitness center is we constantly talk on a daily basis about academics with the students and with the student athletes about academics. Get your academics in line. So I'm really proud about that. So with what I led off with, this is the most used facility in your school district. I'm going to leave you with one last thought. That building needs some attention. Okay? Thank you very much.
I can attest to that. Yes.
All righty. One of the things that you'll see is our varsity coach status. And when you look at our varsity coach status, you can see the FT beside their name. The FT is for full-time. Roughly 60% of our varsity head coaches are employed within the district. We need to get that up if we're going to try to attain the success that we're looking to go. Okay. From here, we'll move on to our elementary, and that'll be Coach Damian Eskew.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for giving us this opportunity to talk about athletics in EC School District. This year, we had a very successful turnout rate for our girls and boys basketball, for cheerleading, also for volleyball, and we had an outstanding second year in our soccer program, thanks to Coach Karakides and Coach Rosado from the high school. We had, once again, 100 kids participating. So we're trying to grow that area. A couple of highlights, and I'll move quick, is for Lincoln, we had a clean sweep. They won the boys basketball championship and the girls basketball championship, which was a first-year coach, Ms. Bree Washington. I don't see her here, but I was very proud of her because she is what we need, because she was calling me after every single game, trying to get pointers and what to do and how should I approach this. And I think that's what we need in East Chicago to build up our feeder programs, which will help us align with our middle school and then align with our high school. So thanks again for your support, and hopefully we continue to get the same support going forward. Thank you.
Now we'll have our middle school athletic supervisor, Coach Nicole Ford Moore.
All right, since I only got 2 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone. Just a couple highlights with Block Middle School, because I always say that we are the feeder system to the high school. This year, we've had a lot of success in almost every sport that we have at the middle school level. With the boys basketball, we were able to schedule 21 games. They finished with a 17-4 record. Girls basketball, wrestling, soccer, esports, baseball, football, track and field, cross country. I gotta speak fast. Last week, I actually host, which I think is a first, athletics meeting where I was able to invite athletic directors at the middle school level to Block Middle School to do scheduling for the next 2 years for our athletes. We were able to do that in person. Thank you. We were able to do that in person. We also had some ADs on Zoom from Valparaiso, Portage, Crown Point, Michigan City. We do have tournaments that we are now scheduling at the middle school level, and we're going to have our first jamboree, which is going to be on Halloween, but that's for boys basketball. So I will have the scheduling for every sport out for the public at the end of June, and we would love y'all's support at the middle school.
We're getting down there, okay? Now we have our high school athletic supervisor, as well as our high school basketball coach, Coach Alamaru.
So a couple highlights at the high school level, but before we do that, I'd sort of be remiss. The fuel in our engine at the high school level, she works very, very hard to make sure all the teams are equipped and have everything that they need to be successful, and that's Miss Nunez. So can we please give her a round of applause? So a couple of the high school highlights. We're not necessarily diving into team successes and a little bit later, but we finished the 2025 and 26 school year with an IHSAA sportsmanship score of 109 out of 100. And that really shows and signifies how well our student athletes are representing our school district in every contest day in and day out. So kudos to them and our coaching staff. Athletic Director Graylin Gordon was nominated for Region Athletic Director of the Year. The NIAAA recognized Athletic Director Graylin Gordon as a certified athletic administrator. And when you look at some of the student successes that we've had, now please keep in mind these are highlights. We've had a lot of students show a lot of success this year in many different areas, whether it was academic, athletic, but a few of those. Class of 2026 student athlete Javon Wolford and Darion Morris were named recipients of the NAACP Junior Image Awards. Class of 2026 student athlete Leela Edmonds received both the Angela P. Riddle Excellence in Athletics Scholarship and the Tony Branch 2026 Collegiate Preparation Scholarship. Class of 2026 student athlete Jamari Pollard received the 2026 Tayon McCoy Athletic Leadership Scholarship, and class of 2029 student athlete Jamal Backstrom was named to the East Chicago Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year for the third consecutive year. So diving into a couple of the team successes, boys basketball was a repeat regional champion. When you look at sectional championships, boys tennis, and boys basketball. From a conference standpoint, boys soccer, boys cross country, Royce Edwards, and boys tennis and girls swimming were all GLAC conference champions this year. And a couple individual successes for our athletes. Kayla Joseph most recently broke the school record in the 60-meter dash, running a 7.98 at the Portage Invitational on March 7, 2026. Kayla also placed second in both the 100-meter hurdles and 300-meter hurdles, qualifying for regionals in both events with a new personal record and the 100-meter hurdle of 16.5. Girls flag football had their inaugural season, which we will have Coach Dinkins talk about. It was very exciting. And at this point, I'm going to move it on to football. Coach Bailey.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I want to give a big thanks for Coach Gordon for giving me an opportunity to stay here in East Chicago with the Cardinals, where I'm from and my home. Just real quick, our season was a pretty great season, turning everything around. When I got here, it was kind of shaky, but we're going in the right direction. We got coaching staff on the right direction, people that we needed in the right places, so everything worked out this year. We finished at 4-7, not where we wanted to be, but better than what we were. Biggest highlights, Darion Morris finished number 1 in Class 4A rushing, setting a record for the school, 2,007 yards. Darion Morris is also going to represent East Chicago Central in the North-South All-Star football game, which hadn't been done in some years here in East Chicago. So that's July 10th at Decatur High School. So if you all are not doing anything, please help us come down there and represent East Chicago Cardinals. Also, this summer, we will be hosting a youth day camp for our underclassmen here in East Chicago, so it's open to the public. We will come back with dates for that later. Also, we will have a family day. This year, we will be doing a lot of practices with Griffith High School, who's under renovation, and me and Mr. Falkins talked about this last year. He wanted me and Coach Mason to team up. He didn't know that was my old high school coach, so it just worked out that way this year. So we will be teaming up with Griffith, and we're going to make it a family and friends affair day. So we'll invite everybody out. That date will be posted later on our website as well. That's about it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next, we'll hand it off to Coach Dinkins for girls flag football.
All right, excuse me. Thanks for having us. Flag football, I can say it was an amazing journey. I want to value and show my appreciation to the community, the alumni, because the support these young ladies got in this inaugural season made it such a rewarding feeling to coach these young ladies and develop them into great athletes. It was a successful season. Thank the coaches for allowing your teams to come support us. Coach Bailey, you and your staff, you supported us in a major way, sharing the field, just being there for the commitment. So my assistant coach, Coach Sanders, he went into the battle with me, and again, like I said, it was very rewarding. What we look forward to this year is the proper preparation, because by being an inaugural season, we did start a little late, well, right on time, because we wasn't late, we was right on time. But this year we're going to have the proper preparation. The young ladies, they're already excited about starting early, getting those practices in. I got to thank Nurse Bobo. She facilitated the young ladies, not only of my sport, but the entire athletic program for students to get physicals early. And we already have about 17 young ladies who's gearing up ready. We had about 40 last year, which is great. The more the merrier, because the more that these students can get involved in
the better the students they'll be for our culture. So I appreciate it, Coach Gordon, for pushing this thing through. And once again, thanks to the community, and I can't wait for the season 2. We're gonna be all right. All right.
Next, we will have Coach Jaquan Gillis with Unified Sports.
Good evening. They say I got a minute and a half. Good evening. How y'all doing? I was going to write a paragraph, an essay. I can say a lot about these students. I started off as a paraprofessional. This is year 5 for me. It's bittersweet just to see these children continue to grow, not only in the classroom, but in the field. And I can piggyback off Coach Peterson. Using the fitness center has been amazing. We're able to kind of work with the kids, not only just to jump and run, but actually speak to them and actually so they can learn. So this year, I would say we learned a lot. We learned a lot. We didn't lose every game. We didn't win every game, but it was a learning lesson. So I'm grateful to be here. And as far as next year, we got time to grow. So that's the big thing that I can sit here and stand here and say, we got time to grow, and I'm here, and I thank God for being here. So I appreciate the athletic department, everybody here that's played a role in my life.
Yes.
It's a lot of coaches, people here that I've graduated with, went to school with. Mr. Lane was my teacher. I'm just grateful to be here, you know, so I thank you all, and we got time to work. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Next, we will go to Coach Edwin Rosado, who is with boys soccer.
First, just want to say I'm nervous. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not really nervous, which is crazy. Just want to say thank you to the coaching staff and to everybody in the athletic department, you guys, and everybody here supporting the boys soccer. So from the first year, had a negative season going into last year. We finished undefeated in the conference, first time in history, and we finished 9-6 before sectional play. And the first year I was here, we were 4-9, I think. So big change, and just as going on with away from the wins and losses. We grew from participation from about 40 for the first year to about 55 this past year, and that is tremendous. That's number one thing, is seeing more people coming to practice. And then also credit to Coach Askew and Coach Kirikides as well for help for the middle school program. Again, that's the feeding program to our high school. Without that, we can't get some of these athletes ready to where we want to be and where we want to put Cardinal Athletics at. And that is a huge process. So just thank you guys for supporting the kids and all the coaches here. Thank you guys for giving the boys and the ladies opportunities to express themselves away from the classroom. But yeah, we're just looking forward to go, again, more successful, and that's what we're aiming for. So thank you.
Next, we will go to Coach Harris with girls volleyball.
Good evening. I'm nervous too, so. But just to recap on my season this past season, we had a really good season. I see a lot of faces here that I've seen at a lot of our games. And this season was really well. We ended up with a winning season of 11-8. Not perfect, but it was a really good season. I actually had 3 seniors that were granted opportunities to play at the next level. And moving forward, I'm hoping to get that number up. For next season, well, this coming year, I've been working with some of the 8th graders already, and they are so excited to get to Central. Like we've mentioned about the feeder system, they're excited to get to Central. They're excited. They've watched the older girls play, and they're ready to get there and make the same achievements that the high school has. One thing that we do have coming up in the summer, I don't have the date yet, but we will have our annual car wash. Hopefully we get some support there. But like I said, I'm really ready for our next season. So.
Next, we will go with Coach Lane and boys tennis.
I coach boys and girls tennis, Coach. I'm not nervous. Happy last day of school to everybody. I just completed my 62nd season coaching boys and girls tennis. I looked around. I've coached or taught 7 of these young people up here, so that makes me proud. But I just wanted to comment, you're not going to see a turnout of coaches standing here giving our heart and soul to the program if you didn't recognize how much love there is in this program. So I heard the words bringing back the brand, but I hesitate to say it. I don't think the brand ever left. I just think we need to promote ourselves better. I think the brand has always been there. It's not about the wins and losses. It's about providing a family for these kids. I could stand up here and say that my last losing season was 1998, which it was, but that's not what I'm proud of more than anything else. I'm proud of the students that I've taught have become doctors, lawyers, Harvard graduates, MIT graduates, high school coaches and teachers, and it's the things that athletics provides when people aren't looking, the heart, the enthusiasm, the hustle, the sweat that it takes to succeed on the field or on the court, that then turns these young people into outstanding citizens out in the real world. And every T-shirt I make, everything I provide for my students has the word family on it. And East Chicago provides a family for these kids, and it provides a place that they feel safe and happy, and that's why I'm very, very proud to be part of this athletic program. Thank you.
All right, so for boys basketball, obviously this year was a very interesting but fun year. We were very young this year, but we sort of caught stride at the right time and had some tournament success. So we're obviously looking forward to next year and what it presents. We're still going to be young. I think this, as it stands right now, this might be one of the first years where we don't have a senior class. So with that being said, we're excited for the future. And we're just really excited to see our student athletes continue to develop on and off the floor. There's one person here that I'd be remiss not to shout out, and that's Dr. Grady and just the whole social work department. They do a very good job working with all of our student athletes, not just in boys basketball, but across all our sports. So Dr. Grady, if you could please stand up. And also, our high school principal does a very good job of just supporting our student athletes, supporting our coaches, and just being there from an emotional and mental standpoint for all of our kids. So if we could have Mr. Brown stand up as well. Lastly, I think the goal for boys basketball and the goal across all the sports is to send our student athletes on to the next level. And I will say it is happening at East Chicago across all of our sports. And I think that's something to be very excited about. So next, we're going to hand it off to Coach Flores in baseball, who will play tomorrow for sectionals.
All right, I'll be quick. Real quick, highlight of your season this year, taking a trip to Iowa. I want to thank Coach Gordon and the school board and everybody for allowing that. Great opportunity. Kids really loved it. They learned a lot. They learned first from the movie. Learned a lot. It was a good opportunity. But highlights was we got 4 seniors. 2 of them going to play college baseball. One's going to the Marines, and one's going to Purdue University. So it's great for all 4 of our seniors. They're doing something. Another highlight is games. We played 26 games with Coach Gordon and Ms. Nunez helping. I like to play as many games as possible. This is the best way to learn and get better. So thanks to them for that. Looking forward for next year, we got 2 summer programs, 13 through 16 and 16 through 18. So got like 9 freshmen, so they're going to continue to play in the summer. Then we're going to work with Ontiveros for the middle school program. It's going to be a second year this year. So we're looking forward to next year, and thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And last, we will go to Coach Patterson and girls softball.
I want to thank Coach Gordon for selecting me to lead this program. I want to thank Mrs. Taylor and Mrs. Nunes for all the help and support that they have given me, as well as Coach Alla and all his boosting my morale by saying, "You're doing a good job, keep it up, keep going." We started out the program with a rebuild this year. We had 33 students sign up. Out of that, I would say about 28 came out and really started. And we practiced on our 2 days a week that we were allowed. and we practiced, and we kind of whittled that down to about 15 as they decided softball maybe wasn't their calling. Or maybe I was too hard. I don't know what that was. But we've got a good core of about 16 players that stuck around. We completed our season. We continued to grow and build and teach these young ladies how to play the game. When we first started, they couldn't throw from here to the first seat right in front of me. Now they can throw completely across the field and make good throws. Last night, we played our sectional game against Griffith, and we shut Griffith down for 3 innings, which was great. We made some nice plays in a lot of the games that we played, and we are continuing to grow. At our little talk in right field last night, the girls told me they not only want to practice in the summer, but next year, I increased the games this year. The school had 10. I went to 20. Now the girls told me last night they want to play 30. So I guess they're pretty interesting. I want to thank the school board for giving me this opportunity and Coach Gordon. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Patterson. I'll keep it brief, but thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for your patience with us. Them girls really, really do love you and they look up to you, so you need to stick around because they're holding me to it. They're holding me to it. I just want to give a special shout out and thank you to Miss Fanny Bishop. Miss Fanny Bishop is a community member, and she's always been a supporter of our school, City of East Chicago, but she did not miss not one home game. She came out and supported. Even on the cold days, she sat in her car and watched from the car. I saw you. So thank you so much, Miss Bishop. I appreciate you.
And that wraps up our high school highlights. Once again, all of our coaches here work very hard in doing what they do, so let's give them a hand. And last but not least, I also think this is a driving force in athletics, and it's our cheer team with Coach Becca. Everything that they do during those games really propels our teams forward. So we really appreciate her. Thank you.
I don't know if there are any questions. I do have one thing to say. Don't these coaches look good? You guys can have a seat. Once again, I apologize that we went over time, but again, it's not about the athletic director. It's about the people who build up the athletic program. We got some great coaches here. We got great teachers. I think we got a great board, and we're looking to do some great things. So, oh, you're supposed to go to my last slide. And Dinkins, where's Coach Dinkins? Tell him, come here, hurry up. Oh, well, we'll have to do it without him. We are EC. I didn't hear it. We are EC. It's great to be a Cardinal.
Thank you so much for that detailed presentation, but I think it was very important for everyone to see exactly what really goes on in the athletics because there is no athletics without academics. So they are a core and they are a pillar in our school district. So thank you again. Dr. Mornay.
Thank you, Madam President. We would like to ask one of our community partners from the Boys and Girls Club, President Mike Jessen, to please come and present to the board their plan and vision for the Boys and Girls Teen Club.
Okay, good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Jessen, the President and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Northwest Indiana. So proudly serve in that position. And just to start off with, just like to share with you my appreciation for the work that you do as a school board member, a former school board member. I know the job's not always easy, and I also know it's incredibly important, the work that you're doing. And to be back in the school board meeting environment to see a group of people, a group of coaches celebrating the kids is just wonderful. So what a privilege it is. I don't need to go through a lot of history about the Boys and Girls Club, I think, in East Chicago, because it has a rich history that most people are very familiar with. It truly dates back to the Catherine House back over 100 years ago, and then the Boys and Girls Club got involved with that in 1973. So we have a rich history with the work that we're doing in East Chicago with young people. We have a shared mission with what we do at the Boys and Girls Club, very similar to what you folks do in the schools when you have the kids at school. And so our feeling is that you take care of those kids and provide a safe environment where they have opportunities to learn during the school day. And then after the school day, we're privileged enough to have them come to our club where we can continue some of those same training and developments and opportunities for all the kids of East Chicago. At our current club, we have about 300 members, roughly, and about half of those or more show up each and every day. So 160 to 180 kids per day go through our building. And we care for them after school until 7 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, and then till 6 o'clock on Friday. And do it at a very intentionally low cost. So to go to this club after school for the 180-day, if it's still 180 days, I assume it is, the calendar year for the school, for 180 days, the kids can come to the clubs for the cost of $50 for the academic school year. So, and that's very intentional in terms of trying to make sure that cost is not a barrier for the kids. And if the families struggle with the $50 fee, we have scholarship opportunities and also reduced rates for them as well. So our goal is to get anybody and everybody that wants to come to the club. We're going to do everything we can to make a way for them. I will say that as I've continued to develop my relationship with East Chicago and East Chicago schools, it's been an absolute privilege. I can tell you that in terms of the support that the community puts towards its kids is unlike other communities that we serve in. Was mentioned Jamal Backstrom, who's one of our club kids, one of your school kids, who has been a Boys and Girls Club member for many years. He's been the Youth of the Year for the last 3 years, representing East Chicago. And for those of you who know Jamal, can appreciate the type of young man that he is. And in terms of representing the district, he does it like no other. And what I was especially impressed with, we had a Youth of the Year event where Jamal was in effect competing against the other Youth of the Year throughout the region. And there wasn't a school district, wasn't a community that had more support for one of their own than East Chicago. And that's the city, that's the school board, that's the superintendent, that's where'd Coach Alago? Did he leave? He's been a champion for us as well. And so I just congratulate all of you for the work that you do for those kids on a day in, day out basis, because I know it's gotten increasingly difficult. And I think one thing we can all agree on, there's never been a more difficult time to be a kid, and there's never been a more difficult time to be a parent. I can speak personally for that. Grandparent, never been a more difficult time. Former school board members, current school board members, never been a more difficult time. And so I think it's important for everybody to pour into and lean into these kids to give them every opportunity that we can, because they deserve it. They deserve every opportunity. So more specifically about what we're trying to do here in East Chicago, we've had a wonderful club for decades here in the city. We are very intentionally wanting to increase our teen population at our club. And we, to give you a little history, prior to COVID, our numbers were here. Post-COVID, our numbers are here. We're back to where we were prior to COVID, with the exception of teens. And so for whatever reason, we haven't been able to get the teens back to the club like we had them prior to COVID. And that's not an East Chicago thing, that's a nationwide thing, frankly. And so our effort is to try to do everything we can to bring kids to the club. And a lot of those times, parents are inclined to let the kids make the decision, or they're more comfortable now maybe letting them stay at home after school until the parent or guardian gets there. And we're convinced, we know that 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock, or 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock on Friday, that time frame is a real critical time where many of the kids are faced with decisions to make, things to do or not do. And we think it's much more important to have them at the school during the day, at the club until the parents and guardians get involved with them at night, and that's going to provide them with the most opportunities to make the right decisions when they're at that fork in the road where they can go this way or they can go this way. And so everything that we do at the Boys and Girls Club is to try to make sure that the kids have every opportunity and they're on the right path. So what we're proposing to do here in East Chicago, and I've had a wonderful relationship with Dr. Bornay in terms of creating this idea or the potential idea of creating a teen club designated specifically for teens. So it would be for middle school kids and high school kids to have a community space where they can go. Right now at our club, it's K through 12, but our club isn't all that big. We don't have a whole lot of space, and we're not serving nearly as many teens as we think we could. In fact, at that club, we serve a significant number of little ones. So we have a phenomenal number of elementary age kids, not so many teens. So we want to create a place where more teens are drawn to, where we can serve them in all the leadership capacities and development that we work on. So we have looked at a couple of different spaces, and Principal Brown was very gracious to take me on a tour of the East Chicago Central High School, which was wonderful. And we've tried to create a place, or try to find a place where we can create this teen club. And so we have an opportunity, I think, to come to East Chicago, be involved with the center that could be available for us, and we would love nothing more than the opportunity to occupy that space, create the programming that we have at all the other clubs, but do it in a very expanded way here in East Chicago, serving that many more teens throughout the community. So I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that anyone may have. And I'm not sure if the MOU that has been presented has been reviewed and discussed, but I'd be more than happy to answer any and all questions that anyone may have.
Are there any questions from the board? I just have one question. So is the intent for the teen club just for School City of East Chicago teens, or are we opening it up to the other teens, to other charter schools?
No, it would be for East Chicago, where our thought would be that the East Chicago high school kids, and that's, of course, the building is very, very close. And then our hope would be, as part of the MOU suggests, would be for the kids that are at the middle school to be bused to this particular center. So it'd be for East Chicago specific.
Well, I guess more specific, School City of East Chicago kids or the middle school kids at other charters? No, the middle school only, right?
Right.
You only middle school and high
Yeah,
school?
yep.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Madam President, I do have one.
Go ahead. I'm trying to think of my
And
question.
again, I didn't really see your MOU, but my question is, in terms of the MOU, how would the Boys and Girls Club play a role into some of the line item expenses needed in order to, say, upkeep the facility or the building that you're requesting?
Yeah, well, we would, we haven't gotten that far in the discussion, frankly. I mean, as far as whatever supplies, equipment, and so forth that would be needed at the facility, that would clearly be our responsibility. And we haven't talked any more specifically about how costs would be shared or anything like that.
I'm assuming you all will also take on any liabilities, insurance liabilities as
Absolutely,
it
yep,
relates to.
sure would.
This is in the MOU. We'll get it.
All right, are there any other questions? Can I inquire questions of the audience? Yes. Can I ask you to step up, please? Thank you.
The Cytherea artist. I just wanted to know what facility were you looking at?
What specific facility?
I might need help on the specific name.
Kerry Gosh Early Learning Center.
Yeah, thank you.
Are there any other questions? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you all for all you do. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to the consent agenda. Are there any questions from the audience regarding the consent agenda? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve? What did I miss? Oh, I think I missed. You have reports, Dr. Bournet?
Yeah, we did all that talking, you know, we ain't gonna let him talk.
Good evening, again, Board of Trustees. I will make my remarks brief, given to the length of time. I do want to highlight the students in our Applied Skills Program who work in the Cardinal Creation Center as one of our student success stories. If there are Cardinal Creation Center staff still here, can they please come to the podium? These job skills are all part of the transition program and align with our strategic plans focus area, academic support systems, and career pathways. This year alone, they have completed over 12 district-wide special projects, not including the special staff requests or the daily tasks they do, including self-serve coffee stations and operating the bookstore. From time to time, you'll see the superintendent wearing their gear or enjoying one of their smoothies. To the staff who work with these students, keep up the good work. To our students, thank you. What a great job you did printing over 200 alumni takeover t-shirts. And to our East Chicago community, please continue to support this program. I also want to highlight the vision I had to recognize our 785 CTE students who have earned dual credit, industry credentials, and/or completed work-based learning internships. This vision was fulfilled last Thursday in the evening of celebration when, in alignment with our strategic plan focus area career pathways, we held our very first Future Ready event. We can clap it up. We do want to acknowledge the hard work and effort put into this event by the CTE department under the direction of Ms. Broadnax, the CTE director, Ms. Dodson, the workplace coordinator, and their committee. They coordinated an extraordinary event that highlighted the efforts of not only our students, but also our CTE instructors. 472 total number of awards were given out for dual credits, industry certification, and work-based learning. Let's give them a hand. May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. We want to recognize our community partners who support the mental health and well-being of our students and family. If the following community partners are present, will they please stand? Mental Health America, Ready to Soar. Healthy Hearts, Healthy Mind. HealthLink, the Geminus Corporation, Regional Mental Health, Wiser Source, Holistic Evolution, Infinity Counseling and Wellness. If there are other community partners who support our students and families' mental health, if you're in the audience, would you also please stand? Thank you. I see. We also have a number of our parent cafe partners who are also here. We would like to recognize them. Will they please stand? Thank you. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you so much. Next, we have item 4.02, Executive Director of Business Operations, Ms. Leila Simmons.
Hello. One second. How's everybody doing this evening? So as I promised the board, as we came into the last couple months of the finances, that we would start doing a total finance over the Operation Fund, Education Fund, also the federal funds. So right now on the screen, we do have the totals as starting of January and our ending month balance of each fund.
Ms. Simmons, could you
Yes.
speak into the mic?
Okay, here we go. Of each fund. So as you can see, as we get closer, as of January, we start out very high. When we get closer to going into our May and June, we start losing a little bit of money. But at that time, we have a lot more extracurricular items going on, and we have a lot more extra bonuses for our teachers as they do different things as far as tutoring, or if they are, this year it's been the point of that we are giving them the extra hours to actually pack up different classrooms. So at Central, we started on the 3rd floor of giving the extra hours to our teachers because we have to, of course, we started the HVAC system for the high school. So we will have air when you come back. So we have to take all that into account. But as we go on, as we hit June, we will still start to build back our funding because we would not be paying out as much at that time. So for the Operation Fund, again, we'll start out high, but as we know, we have a beautiful thing called electricity and NIPSCO and gas. So they take a little bit of our money up through the first maybe 3 to 4 months of the year. But as we get closer to the June, July, August, September, we will build that fund back up so we do not lose any funding as far as anything in the operation that we want to do. So also would like to be transparent with our bank accounts. Our bank accounts is pretty together. Most of it is for our upcoming projects. The next a large amount for is our educational fund. So there is an additional 2 sheets that the board has, which are the federal funds, which are kind of small here on the screen. Okay, yeah, federal's fault, very small. So all these, I'm sorry, George, all these funds are going to be listed at the board request on our website. Federal, these are all of the federal grants that we have open at this time, and these are all of the balances that we are in the process of requesting, or we're in the process that we have received and used. Our federal funds is Title I is for 1 year. Our other federal funds normally run 18 months. Again, these reports will be on the website in a little bit of bigger font print. Trying to see if we all got our insurance, that's all. These here are our federal special ed grants. These are the current ones that we have open. As you can see, we have a total of 2 that is ending in 2026. We have the robots. I call them little Chuckies, but they're robots. Robercon grant. And they are very acceptable in our special ed classes. So again, these are our balances. This is what we have spent. This is what we have requested. And 2 ends in 2026. We have 1, which is an 18-month, 2 in an 18-month that goes into 2027. Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the board? And I do have a special request that came up, and I will do it for our next board meeting, is that one of the board members want to make sure that they have these in their packet when we give out the packets.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your presentation.
Sorry, y'all, Graylin took the thunder.
I know. All right. Now I can move on to the consent agenda. Do I have any questions or comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Madam President, make a motion to approve item 5, the consent agenda.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez,
Second.
second by Trustee Smith. Are there any comments from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, Trustee Gomez.
I have a number of issues or questions on the claim docket. Sorry, but these papers are a little.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
These papers are a little misaligned, but I wanted to talk about the pre-run group first. At the top, there's a check number of 120017.
Do we have a comment regarding?
Yes,
Okay, what's the comment?
What's the number?
it's at the top of the pre-runs, 120017. This is to EDCO Environmental Services. This bill is for, looks like $11,000. The question I have is that this invoice was back from 2023. And I'd like to know why it takes so long to pay our vendors.
It did not. Actually, that invoice came through our email saying that it had fell off on their side, and I can produce the email where they originally sent it to us, which was about a month ago.
I do see some emails in here.
Yes. So I actually was, I kind of fought it because of the date. I went back telling them that, no, you should have sent it to us. And so, yeah. And I do believe it, was it a summer date on there? It's the hoods. I do know
Yes.
that much.
Mhm.
Yes, okay, yes. I fought that invoice until I actually gave up and paid it.
Okay. And then to the actual, the actual register, the actual run. On page 1, the final 2 items there are regarding the credit card payment. One is 906657. 906658. I couldn't find a supporting documentation for this.
You're in the credit card
Credit card
statements
payments.
are not in there?
I could not find them in there.
Okay. I will get those over to you.
Yeah, I'd be uncomfortable passing something that I didn't put my eyes on.
Okay.
Then on page 4, again, at the bottom of the page, this is professional fees from Sender Dalton, $12,646. What is that for?
The initiation of the GO bond.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Trustee Gomez, can I interrupt for a second? I don't know if I'm calling a point of order, but I just want to remind the board that this segment is for comment only. The question should have been emailed. And I think for the sake of time, we really need to stick to that if possible.
Well, I just got these on Tuesday, so I didn't have time to review all these. With
The
just
board
one day.
packet, you received it on Tuesday, or you picked it up on Tuesday?
Received it Tuesday.
Okay, so we
Is that
have
correct?
48 hours to review.
Uline has a $30,000 fee for folding tables and chairs.
That is because the district, tables and chairs has diminished. So we bought new tables and chairs because we have to move them all across the district. So the high school will be getting the new tables and chairs, so they do not have to call the district when they go through their testing. So that's the reason why we have the tables and chairs.
Okay.
Are there any
And then
other
there's one
comments from
other
the
one's
board?
here for golf carts. I thought we just bought golf cart.
That is for repairs.
This is for tires. It's on page 7.
We have,
three
we have
quarters
two,
of the way.
we have two golf carts. We have a newer one, and then we have the older golf cart that we have at the football field also.
Okay.
Are there any other comments from the board?
Yeah, Madam President, just without having that information on that credit card payment, I'd like to motion to remove those two items until the board has gotten the statements on the credit card payments. So the motion would be to amend approval of the consent agenda to remove items 906657, 906658 on page 1.
That's your motion?
Yes.
Do I get a second?
Just on page 1?
To page 1.
Yeah.
At the very bottom.
All right. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King? Are we voting on this, or what are we doing?
We're voting on the motion
On
that
the
he just
motion?
made
Okay,
to
yes.
remove.
Yeah, I'll vote yes on the motion. Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
No. Moving on to new business.
Well, just a point of clarification. I believe I understood the motion to be just to amend the consent decree to remove those two items.
Yes.
So we
Okay.
still need to vote on the consent agenda as amended now.
Understood. Understood.
The
Thank you.
motion was to amend it and to approve it as amended.
That wasn't clear to me, so if that was the intention of your motion, we
Yep.
want to make sure everyone understands that.
Yes.
When I heard it as just amending it.
Oh.
So it was amended, but not necessarily a request for approval of it.
No, I asked for approval of the amended version, removing those two items.
And if the rest of the board members heard it that way and that was your intention with your vote, then that's fine. I just want to make sure our record is correct.
Thank you.
Are you clear, Madam Secretary? Okay, great. All right, then we can move forward.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Motion to amend.
Moving on to new business, item 6.01, approval of resolution for stale dated checks.
I still, Madam President,
Yes.
we still need to proceed with the motion as amended. Is that
I
correct?
think after the clarification, it was clear that it was for amendment and approval, so you've already voted on it. Yep. So you can move forward.
Yeah. Approve and amend.
But on that one, I'm gonna have to put this same docket back into the next board meeting because these are pre-runs. These now are automatically out due to a finding we got a couple years ago from State Board of Accounts. So we had to make sure that these are paid automatically on the date. Okay, okay,
Understood.
Understood, thank you.
okay.
All right, so moving on to new business, item 6.01, approval of resolution for stale dated checks. Are there any comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.01?
Madam President, a motion to approve 6.01.
Motion made by trustee Gomez. Can I get a second? Second by VP Rodriguez. Are there any comments from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.02, approval of wage reopener for security, behavior, emotional, and social supports, goal number 2. Do I have any comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.02?
Madam President, make a motion for 6.02.
Motion made by trustee Smith,
Second.
second by VP Rodriguez. Are there any comments from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, trustee Gomez?
on 6.02, a question, was the labor attorney involved in this wage reopener?
Yes.
Okay, and then relative to the, I'm not sure I see the tie-in between security and behavior, emotional, and social supports as meeting goal 2. Dr. Bernay, can you explain that?
I'm sorry, what is he saying?
I'm sorry, Ms.
Oh, just to clarify, we try to align our agenda items with our strategic plan. So we've aligned the renewal of, or the wage opener of security
Right.
to behavioral, emotional, social supports. Because as a staff member, their role supports that. They are not academic and they're not career pathways.
Okay, so, but they don't actually, I mean, they don't have training for, or do they have training for behavior, emotional, social support?
They absolutely do. They're trained in CPI and also support our students in a number of other ways outside of their primary role of keeping the building safe and secure.
Okay, I guess I thought the deans were serving in that capacity.
Might as well, Ms. Steinbeck, go ahead.
Did he read it? Mm-hmm. If he read it, he would know.
One of my students came to school with her hood on because she was embarrassed about her hair. And so she was a little defiant, and security was called to help bring her to the office. I provided our security with a headband and a hair tie, and our security officer helped the little girl get her hair together so that she could come to class and be successful on her last day.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Helen.
Are there any other comments from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King.
Yes.
Trustee Gomez.
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Madam President Taylor.
Yes. Moving on to item 6.03, approval of Western Governors University placement agreement. Are there any comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.03?
Madam President, make a motion for 6.03.
Motion made by trustee Smith,
Second.
second by VP Rodriguez. Are there any comments from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King.
Yes.
Trustee Gomez.
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Madam President Taylor.
Yes. Moving on to item 6.04, approval of wage reopener for transportation. Are there any comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.04?
Madam President, make a motion to approve item 6.04.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez,
Second.
second by Secretary Smith. Are there any comments from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, trustee Gomez.
Dr. Bournet, I believe there's a difference in the stipend that's being provided for this group as opposed to the paras and the security group. Is that correct?
Yes, and either Ms. Simmons can address to why there is a difference in stipends.
So when we first started out with the wage opener, we were kind of low. So security came, they tried to ratify, they wanted to go into more meetings, so we went into more meetings with security. Security came in with a counter offer, and I'm sorry, transportation came in with a counter offer. And that's the reason why theirs is a little bit different than the securities and the paras. So it was their counter offer that they came in with.
Thank you.
I just want to ask a question, Madam President. Are there any
Yes, Trustee
other,
Gibson
are there
King.
any other entities here other than transportation that's not receiving a stipend? Or all of them getting a stipend?
We only have one more negotiation, and that's with the Teamsters and the Crafts.
The crafts?
Teamsters and Crafts, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith? Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.05, approval of renewal of ad tech counting. Are there any comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.05?
Madam President, make a motion for 6.05.
Motion made by Secretary Smith,
Second.
second by VP Rodriguez. Are there any comments from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.06, approval of bid for pre-kindergarten bathroom renovations. Are there any comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.06?
Madam President, make a motion for approval for 6.06.
Second.
Motion made by Secretary Smith, second by VP Rodriguez. Are there any comments from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee
Yes.
Gomez? Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.07, approval of subject AI pilot. Are there any comments or questions from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.07?
Madam President, make a motion to approve item 6.07.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez,
Second.
second by Secretary Smith. Are there any comments or questions from the board?
Madam President, if you could have Superintendent give details about this.
Yes.
What did he say?
Yes, we'll have. Trustee Gomez will have Dr. Yanders come as she prepares to address a high level of the subject AI pilot. As part of one of the superintendent's goals for this school year, the board directed the superintendent to implement an AI practice. This is one of the, to enhance teaching, learning, and operations. This is the recommended pilot that we're implementing to address teaching and learning.
Good evening, Board, Superintendent. You pretty much said it. It is just that a personalized attempt to provide our students with credit recovery, differentiate their instruction where they can have synchronous curriculum along with AI support if needed.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.08, approval of parking lot facility usage request from St. Mary's Catholic Church. Are there any comments or questions from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.08?
Madam President, make a motion to approve 6.08.
Second.
Motion made by Secretary Smith, second by Trustee Gomez. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.09, approval of non-exempt stipends for 2025 through 2026 school year. Are there any questions or comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 6.09?
Madam President, make a motion for approval for 6.09.
Motion made by Secretary Smith,
Second.
second by VP Rodriguez. Are there any comments from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, Trustee Gomez.
again, Dr. Bernay, can you give us some more details on this?
So as is past practice, we also provide stipends for our non-exempt staff. Those are any staff members who are not members of any of our collective bargaining agreements.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Dr. Bernays, these stipends based on performance evaluations?
You said it's a stipend based on evaluations?
Yes.
No.
Okay, thank you. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King? Yes. Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.10, discussion of contractual service scanning.
Gonna have our Human Resources Office Department? No. Or is that tech? Ms. Simmons? Oh, okay, go ahead. Mr. Guardiola.
I'm gonna start it off. So, in a district, we have a lot of paper, We have paper from 1960 still in the district. So with, the scanning proposal that we have there is that we want the scanning company to come in, pick the paperwork up, scan it to the cloud, and so anything that we need to get a hold to will be in the cloud.
Just to follow up, we're still waiting on 2 more quotes. I should have one by tomorrow, actually. And then we're waiting for ARC. So we have a quote right now through S&C, Strategic Consulting, and they do the bulk of the work. Rico's coming in a lot more expensive, and we're just waiting on another one.
Just to add, the goal is to try to at least get the documents that have been here in another place scanned before the transition of the administrative offices.
So my question is, we're doing the scanning and it goes into a cloud, right?
Yes.
Okay, like Trustee Gomez has been asking for?
Yes.
Thank you.
That's like you've been asking them to do.
You're on quote number 3?
We're waiting for.
Waiting for quote number 3?
The Rico, we still haven't gotten that, but I've been talking to them and I know what the numbers are gonna look like. The quote that we have right now, they're the only ones that are gonna come in and take everything for us. Rico and this other company are gonna rely on our manpower to do a lot of that work.
Are you able to share like the lowest quote so far that you've received?
Nope, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Okay. Thank you.
No, because it has to go through a bid process.
I know it's, I know it's a process. We transferred our 14 hospitals into an electronic medical record system, so I understand, and I know what the pains is gonna come behind it, so. VP Rodriguez has a question.
I guess my question is, when you're asking for these type of quotes, I know most items that we have within our district has to be secured, right? So the type of cloud, so to speak, have those questions been, or those conversations been made with the Indiana Department of Records that, that actually certify all records that need to be destroyed or be placed on the cloud? Or, I mean, what are we talking about, just regular billing documents? Or are we talking about school items, like, for example, like grades, or, I mean, what are we talking about? Diplomas?
Okay. Everything. And yes, all of the companies that we would even consider are familiar with the guidelines as to how long we have to keep documents and which documents have to be kept for a certain amount of time.
And there are some documents that have to be kept forever, correct?
I just have one more question. So who will be in charge of this particular cloud? I mean, you have to have a password, am I correct?
Yes.
So would that password be passed? Now, it's security, basically, right?
It's secure.
It's secure.
It would be secure. Typically, you would have someone like the lead of the CEO of the organization, which in this case is the superintendent. Human resources, there may be someone like the CFO, who oversees specific, oversees various departments. So, but in most cases, in my experience, tech directors have the authority to switch off usage and to determine which files each department can get into.
Okay.
So if
no one would
someone
have-
leaves the organization,
Okay.
they would no longer have access. He can immediately turn off their access.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is CFO would have access to only just CFO, not HR. HR would have its own.
If that's the decision of the superintendent can decide who would give access, or who would have authority to get in which departments.
So say for instance, the superintendent's not here anymore. I'm just hypothetically just saying.
Still have your director of tech, hopefully
Oh, okay.
you have both. Or if one leaves, then you have the other.
So if HR is not here, someone's there in that department that can give you that access to that information, correct?
Correct.
I'm just hypothetically thinking in the future. I might not be here, so I wouldn't need a password.
And then sometimes some companies can set it up just like you do authorization for bank accounts, where a letter has to be written and signed by the school board, allowing access to a specific person, and they give the authority for the tech director to give access to specific.
Okay, so it's security protected all the way around. Okay.
I have a
Encrypted.
question, and I think, Mr. Ontiveros, this question may be for you.
I was gonna bring them up.
Can I answer to what trustee Rodriguez was asking? Yes, we are doing it by herbs regulations.
Have you ever heard of a term called break the glass?
Break the glass? No.
No, okay. So, and I'm not too familiar with how the cloud works as it relates to security, but where I work, we have it's a user security-based access, which means that I could get so far into someone's record, but the minute I want to see something very confidential, I have to put in my user ID in order to get in there, and that's called break the glass. So that means I don't really have a reason to be in there, but I'm not supposed to be in there, but this is the reason. So I put in my security and I type in why I'm going in there, and that gets immediately flagged to an administrator, say, hey, Mr. Ontiveros just went into so-and-so's personnel file.
So regarding any security we have, we can't really discuss it in public.
Understood.
So, but we can talk about that afterwards.
Okay, sounds good.
But there is security measures that
Perfect.
we have in place, but not in public.
Perfect, gotcha, thank you.
And Mr. Ontiveros, are there firewalls in place as well? for this
Again,
particular
we can
day?
speak about it afterwards.
But a yes or
Can't
no?
tell
would-
them our
A
secrets.
yes or no would be perfect for me.
We are secure, how about that? Well, as best we can. As best we can.
Okay, thank you.
To answer what you were saying, they did tell me that, well, for one of them, S&C, they do follow, whoever goes into a certain folder, their ID is following them. So you can be, they know who's been in what folder.
Correct, okay. All right, awesome, thank you. All right, any other discussion regarding services scanning? Okay, so moving on to item 6.11, approval of professional development request. Do I have any questions or comments from the audience?
Did we vote on this scanning thing?
It was just a discussion topic, so there was no need to vote. Okay. So 6.11, can I get a motion to approve item 6.11?
Madam President, make a motion to approve item 6.11.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez,
Second.
second by Secretary Smith. Are there any questions from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, Trustee Gomez?
maybe more of a comment, but Dr. Bornade, can you share with the board how this process works and I'm speaking specifically to the original professional development that came to us. There's the top three items on page, appear to be page 1. Those are all either past stated or, yeah, well, they're all past stated. And if you look at the actual document that people are submitting their professional development on, there's language in there that says that they must turn it in, I believe it's 30 days prior to the activity, the event, whatever you want to call it. We've had this discussion many, many times, and it's printed, it's been highlighted on the document itself, but we continue to get these and have to approve them after the fact. Can you explain what's going on?
Yes, I can speak to that. So obviously, the 30-day request is for planned professional development, annual conferences, quarterly meetings that staff and administrators know about in advance. Some of the requests that you're getting, if they're within the 30-day window, is because we were just made aware of it. So, for example, I'll use the Magic School Deep Data Dive. We were just made aware of that, and we obviously were using Magic School this year through our grant, and we wanted to make sure those folks attended, our staff members. So that is, some of these are more exceptions than the norm, but that would be a case. As well, there was an opportunity to send staff and administrators to a math training because the state just passed the universal math screener. Well, because they just passed that, the PD was just offered, and we did try to send those staff members as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King?
Yes.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor?
Yes. Moving on to item 6.12, approval of personnel report. Are there any questions or comments from the audience? Hearing none, can I get approval for item 6.12?
Madam President, make a motion to approve 6.12.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez. Second by Secretary Smith. Are there any questions from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, Trustee Gomez.
just for clarity's sake, Dr. Bonet, can you speak to item number 86 and 87?
There's not an 87 on the report.
Yes, mine does.
There's two of them. There's 86 and 87.
86 and 87.
There was an email sent before the board meeting that the last two items were removed, and we all agreed.
We did, it was taken off. Yes.
Dr. Bonet, if you'll just explain that you have sent the email to the board so that we have it on record?
Did you receive an email from me this afternoon?
Yes.
Yes.
And the email was to remove 86 and 87.
Yes.
Correct.
There was a misnumbering in my email to remove those two items, but those two items have been removed, so the last number is 86.
Okay.
Dr. Borneo, I think your speaker was off, just to click on it.
Sorry. Thank you, Trustee Rodriguez. Yeah, so my numbering was an error. There was an 86 and an 87, but the items were removed or should have been 87, 88, but your last item is 86.
Thank you for clearing that up. 88, yeah, okay, that sounds good.
So the personnel report we're approving is items 1 through 85.
86.
1 through 86.
85.
You say you got an 88 on here. Right.
The one that's been uploaded to board docs is 1 through 86.
So where's 88 at? Good, that's good, but where the emails? So I don't have that, that's what I'm telling you. I do not have that, so I'd like to get the email. I don't have none of that. No, I don't have none. So I don't have no 88. You got an 88, Jess?
No.
But Dr. Bonet say he'll get it to us to rice. Okay, thank you.
What is 88?
I don't know, because I don't have.
Dr. Bonet?
I don't have an 88.
What is item number 88?
There is a misnumbering, and so I'm saying, so the last two items removed from the personnel report resulted in the last item being 86.
And
What is 86?
You're saying what is item 86?
Yeah.
Yes, it should be a extra duty, $40 per hour for graduation and preparation for our counselors.
He'll just give me the email. We'll clean that up. Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But I just want to ask you this question.
Any other questions regarding the personnel report? Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Just 1 minute. What is this? What is this downsizing? What is this? Oh, okay. All right.
Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King,
No.
Trustee Gomez,
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Madam President Taylor.
Yes. That concludes our new business portion of the meeting. Moving on now to public forum.
All right, if you signed up to speak tonight, if you could please step to the microphone and podium, state your name and your address. Your comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Please be respectful of the board, the staff members present, and the public. And lastly, please refrain from discussing any individual personnel matters. Thank you.
First name is Brian Numali.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Nunnally. I am the Associate Youth Services Director at the East Chicago Public Library. And today I'm presenting our collaboration with the EC schools here with our summer reading. And so thank you to Miss Christina for giving me some help here as far as how we can collaborate. And so what I'm presenting here, and I apologize, it's a little small. I have a couple of handouts for those who would like to see. So when the kids come to the library, we are able to track their 100 words per minute. And so what it is, it's daily. And so they come to the library, they can read to any staff. And so I have the date, the name, the drop down of their school, the grade, and how many words, minutes that they read, the book name, and the author. And so what I have here, if you want to correct me if it's not, correct, it's 25 words per minute for kindergarten. First grade was 50 words per minute. Second grade was 100 words per minute, and 3rd through 6th was 150 words per minute. Okay. So we track this daily, and I believe this will go through their PBIS for their attendance. So we will give this to the school. So all the kids who come, this will be provided as well, and then the kids will get their rewards. And so we come up with a good way to allow them to read to the staff daily, and also we're able to push our summer reading initiative. And so,
Thank you.
thank you.
You could give me a copy, excuse me, young man, you give me a copy of that. Mm-hmm. And write your last name down on the paper.
Is that the main library?
Thank you. Write your last name down there, right?
They say something has been uncovered at the East Chicago Public Library. As you step closer, the world outside begins to fade. So take a step inside, but be warned. Once you enter, you may never see stories the same way again.
Did you hear what was coming to the library this summer?
No, but I heard everybody's talking about it, girl.
I heard it's bigger than ever. Something mysterious is about to be uncovered.
They say it's full of adventure, games,
Arts and crafts.
and stories waiting to be told.
Challenge your mind.
Checkmate. It's okay, Brian. It's way okay. Try again.
And don't forget about the food.
Come, young explorer, gather around. A delicious treasure just been found. Breakfast and lunch are waiting for you with tasty bits and adventures too.
And don't forget to avoid the summer slide.
Avoid the summer slide. Reading keeps your mind strong, your imagination growing, and it helps you to be successful when school starts. So remember, keep reading this summer and avoid the summer slide. Woo!
Every reader unlocks a new world, and one reader will rise to the top.
From whispers below and secrets untold comes a story of wonder more precious than gold. A treasure now waits from deep in the past, a symbol of legends forever to last. As this chest now parts and the hidden takes flight, the East Chicago Public Library Traveling Trophy rises tonight.
So unearth your story this summer at the East Chicago Public Library.
All right.
Next, we have Cynthia Lowe.
School trustees, Superintendent Bonet, Attorney Harris, and our audience tonight. You know, I almost hate coming behind our presentation. That makes it kind of hard for me.
Yeah, it does.
I'm here tonight just to reiterate what we are doing as far as our summer programs are concerned. We are handing out our June calendar, and as you can see, our library is very, very busy. There is something to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the entire week for our people at the East Chicago Library. There are two dates that I'd really like to kind of talk about, and one is June 6th. We're going to, we are inviting you with the Friends of the Library, the Juneteenth celebration. It's Juneteenth, it's on June 6th at the main library in the front parking lot. If you've ever been to any of the events that you have at the library, you know that you are in for a treat. So this one is from 10 o'clock to 4:30. Friends of the family, they're going to have vendors, both merchandise and food. We have a 50-50 raffle. We have a live DJ, and we also have a book sale. June 6th, I'm going to say it again, please come out 10 a.m. to 4:30. The next date that I really want to emphasize is Thursday, June 11th, from 5 to 7. We're asking you to come and meet with the architect that's going to explore ideas or improvements to help our library and our community. That is Thursday, June 11th, from 5 to 7 in the main library. So please come out, give your ideas, help us to find better ways to help our library. But as you can see from our flyer, we're already on our way. Thank you.
Next, we have Priscilla Askew.
Good evening. 2705 East Guadalupe Circle. I have two questions. The first one is, why was the graduation changed from a Sunday to a Saturday? Because there's so many things that's happening in the community with other organizations, and it's been kind of hard to attend when you would like to support, but you can't because you got to choose as to which one you can go to. So can I get an answer or something? And then my next question is, I was thinking that maybe we need, as a community, come out and give an evaluation on the board?
You can do that.
Because sometimes when you come to the meetings, you would hope that they would be already prepared. And I've been coming to these meetings. My kids are grown. I was coming when they were little. So I'm still seeing the same thing. So it needs to be some kind of improvement. And I'm not trying to be facetious or anything, but it makes us look terrible in the public, especially when I watch you on TV. So, but I would like to have, even if you give it to me in writing or call me at home or whatever, I really would like to know. Thank you.
You can see Mr. Brown regarding the graduation.
And he changed it.
Sure, go ahead.
What? What is he doing? What is he getting ready to do?
Answer her question.
Oh, and I'm gonna tell her because your boy is stupid. I'll answer the second question.
Do I need to give my address? No. All right, well, the graduation switched from Sunday to Saturday before I became principal, but I was on the administrative team when it was switched. The principal at the time switched it because a lot of families was saying that they have family coming in town and they need to leave back on Sunday to fly back out to get back to their jobs and things. And a lot of students was having to leave for Upward Bound and different programs on that Sunday to be in school on Monday. That's going to college. Those are two reasons why that I know. Yes. So the principal at the time thought that was sufficient to change it to from a Sunday to a Saturday. Jam packed?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
You're welcome.
All right, next we have,
Wait a minute. Ms. SQ, your question was, why don't we discuss these things before board meeting? We do. Unfortunately, when we have a board discussion and we talk about things, then when we get to the board meeting, they repeat the same question again. If you continue to look at my face and I go like this, read your email. Read your information while we're doing the work session, so we won't have to be here till 8 or 9 o'clock. It's not us, it's the board. If you read your information, you get your board packet, you can go through it because you had a work session prior to. It is irritating. That's all I have to say. You understand me?
Thank you.
So let them know that when they come in, have their questions ready, so we won't have to sit here till 9 o'clock. Thank you.
next we have Michonne Parker.
Nope.
Skinny?
Is this S-K-E-Y? S-K-E-Y yet?
Could it be first initial S, last name Kemp?
S. Kim?
Infinity,
Okay.
Okay.
and then
Craig Kim?
Infinity.
Okay, Madam President, that completes the public portion of our
Thank you.
session.
Thank you. Now moving on to trustee remarks. Trustee Gibson King?
Oh, boy, thank you,
Yes.
Madam President. Yes. I just want to say that I would like to thank the athletic department for their excellent presentation that they gave in their whole department of all the sports that our children participate in. They did an excellent job. I'd also like to thank our library board, EC Library Board here, for your presentation as well. I like the video that you showed. I do know that I'm in the library quite often, as you all know. And so I think that I know that the graduation is on the same day as our Juneteenth. So myself and I believe Mercedes, we multitask. We come there early, we go home and shower, and we go to the graduation. So with that being said, I thank you all for coming as well. I know this has been a busy week, I know for myself and for some of our other board members as well. I attended 2 graduations at the pre-K Carrigosh School, which was excellent as our little kids. You know, they did an excellent job. Then we all went to our CTE presentation that they had at Central High School that same day. Last night, I was at Deborah Williams' Top 20 dance, that she did an excellent job. And this is for the very first time, if I'm not mistaken, that the dancers would get an accredited class at Central High School. And they were really, really good. You know, so I'd like to give a shout out to Top 20 as well. Mrs. Rancifer, how many graduations did you have? 3? I know you had a lot of them. Yes. And I want to thank you as well. I want to thank you from the Boys and Girls Club for what you had to say about us as collaborating together as well. So that ends what I have to say, Madam President.
Sounds good. Thank you. Trustee Gomez?
Thank you. I just have one item to talk about. I'm going to break this down into dates and speak of an individual, and then I'll get to the hopeful point of getting some action here within the school district. In 1926, this individual, Frank Casillas, was born in Mexico, and in 1931, he arrived here in East Chicago, graduating from East Chicago, Washington, as a senator in 1944. 3.5 years later, he graduated from Purdue University with a degree in civil engineering, being the first Hispanic to graduate from civil engineering with a civil engineering degree from Purdue. 1950, he graduated at the top of his class of 900 people in officer training. In 1951, he became a lieutenant and earned a Bronze Star. After his service in the military, he went to private sector, worked for companies such as General Electric and Honeywell, where he was vice president, both companies. In 1985, he was appointed by President Reagan as the Assistant Secretary of Labor, where he served there for 6 years. After his time there in D.C., he came back and moved into Illinois, where he became the Director of Financial Institutions for both Governor Edgar and Governor Thompson. On April 19th, he celebrated his 100th birthday, and on May 14th, Frank Casillas passed away and was honored with the military service at his burial site. That individual is my uncle. And, here's a guy that grew up in the harbor, on the wrong side of the tracks, as they would say back then, made his way from EC to DC. And I bring this up because now that Memorial Day has just passed, and we talk oftentimes about the Sports Hall of Fame or whatever, I was hoping that maybe we could start focusing on some other areas where our students have done well and performed well, whether it be in academically or in this case, the military, or both in this case, it seems. But anyway, with Memorial Day having just passed and us celebrating or honoring those who served in the military, I'd like to ask Dr. Bornay to consider establishing a similar Hall of Fame for those who have, earned service stars, who have gone on to the military. Some unfortunately died in the line of action. So, Dr. Bornay, if you could set aside some time, I'd like to discuss this with you. And I'm sure there's members of the American Legion and the veterans that would join in having a discussion with you about that. I know other school districts do honor those who served in the military, and I'd like us to start doing the same here. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you. VP Rodriguez?
Just got a few items I just want to go over. Again, I want to thank the coaches and the athletic director for sharing their vision and where we are headed as a team for our school district, because, again, we are Cardinal Nation. I want to emphasize this. I know Coach Peterson mentioned it, but having 28 students work our primary election was definitely a step up for our election process. Again, and it's still a big need. So in our general elections, we're asking you to see Coach Peterson. Not only are the students able to take off that day, they will be receiving $175 plus $30 additional for module training, which students know more about because it's on iPad or computer. Oh, 145 plus the 30. Gotcha. So it's a total of 175. Yes. So please get with Coach Peterson. Family members or parents, make sure you let your students know that if they're interested in becoming one of the poll workers, he'll be more than happy to put them on the list. Again, it's not about the win or loses. It's about building a team for life. And again, I really am excited about the library for such a great job that you guys have been doing. Not only for our school district, but for the community. It seems like every time you guys come and do some sort of presentation, it's always something new and exciting, so I do appreciate that, and I thank you for that. Thank you for your service. Yes, and again, our library director is here today, so thank you. And again, I want to also, lastly, thank the graduating class in our great city of East Chicago. And I'm going to say graduating class because you have kindergartens moving up to first grade. You have sixth grades moving to junior high. You have your junior high schools moving up to high school. And of course, you're going to have your high schools moving up to a better journey in life, a new journey in life. So I want to thank all the graduating class for the school city of East Chicago, as well as the city of East Chicago, for their tremendous work. I see we have a few students here. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again next year if you're still in next grade, or if you're moving on to college. Again, thank you, and hopefully your next journey in life will be what you expect. So, thank you. That concludes my remark.
Thank you. Absolutely. Please come forward. Thank you, Ms. Steinbeck.
You just approach the podium and just state your name for the record.
Hello, my name is Alexis. I'm a junior at EC Central, and I only came up here to talk about our band department because I've been in band for about 3 years, and recently there's been this recent change that I feel like will affect the band in a specific way because, I mean, our band director, he does a lot for our band, and I can't imagine having any other band director. So, I mean, I just think it's kind of disappointing doing 3 years of band and having this sudden change in my 4th year because I don't know if I'd want to still be in band after that. So that's all I really wanted to state out. But thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. It's okay, you could come forward. It's okay, come forward.
Hey, I am Brandon Ortega. I'm a junior at East Chicago Central High School, and I also want to talk about the band. I personally think it is a great thing to have at the school. A lot of kids love the band. A lot of students love watching it. A lot of teachers like going. And the students that participate in the band love it also. It's a great experience for them, something new to learn, and it's also a very safe space. A lot of kids are comfortable in that zone with that teacher that we have right now. That's why I'm not too sure with having a new director. It might be awkward, and a lot of students already are thinking about leaving band due to that new change. And I'd like to keep my band director because he does so much for us, and he's a great teacher.
Thank you. Thank you. And I commend your courage for coming forward. Thank you. All right, Trustee Smith.
Good evening. I'm sorry if I have to cough. First, I want to say, when I got here today, I was in an uproar. I was in an uproar for the simple fact that what I do for these children, or what we all do, supposedly, is for the children. But to slander my name in the community, saying that we're here to support the superintendent and not the students or the administration, I want to make that perfectly clear. That's a lie. My first focus is the children. You might not see me work, but I'm there. And those that know me, I don't play about children. Now that I got that clear, if you ask somebody something and they tell you one thing, look at the person you're talking to. Know your characters, as they always say. There's three sides to every story: your side, my side, and the truth. So if you want to know anything about me, I'm open. But don't put my name out there like that. I don't hurt anybody else, and that hurts my heart because I don't need to be validated with this. I'm validated by God and what I do for other people and other kids. So I don't need to be on the school board to have a validation or to say, I got this position, whatever, because I'm going to do for them whether I'm here or not. So now that I said that, and I'm up for re-election, either you can re-elect me or not, but you guess what? You can't move me because God put me here, because he knows my purpose. With that being said, now I want to thank everybody else. Now, first, I want to thank all of the graduates from the kindergarten to the 12th grade. They haven't made it yet, but to the 12th grade. We attended every graduation this week. Everybody had their own theme. It was wonderful. The parents came out. They had their little snacks. It was just a beautiful experience. Second of all, I'd like to thank the athletic department, because the athletic department is the nucleus, basically, that puts all of it together, the mentoring for the boys and the girls, and all of the entities that goes with making them young men and young women, productive young men and women, and building them character and morale and teaching them how to love themselves, because you have to show love first in order to make it. Even though we come from different environments, you need that. And I thank our basketball team for doing that. I'd like to thank the alumni. They do more than you can ever imagine. The 8th grade dance luncheon was really, really nice. They don't just use, it was excellent. They used linen. When the alumni gives it, it's top notch. The kids were happy. The bus drivers were happy. Everybody was dressed appropriately. So my hats off to the alumni for the 8th grade luncheon. Now, next year, not only the 8th grade luncheon is going to have a luncheon, the 6th graders are going to have a luncheon. They're not going to leave my babies out just because they're not in 8th grade. So now we're going to plan to have a 6th grade luncheon next year. Second of all, the public library. I thank you all for all that you do. I never get a chance to make everything because it's always on a Saturday. But you're doing an excellent job. And my prayer for you is that you all get the building that you deserve. You have worked so hard, and you're very active in our community. And everybody appreciates the library. Everybody appreciates each and every one of you all. Your slide was off the chain. I mean, really, I don't even know how to do that. But I'm just saying, all the programs that you offer, that's a plus to our community. And I want to thank you for that. Boys and Girls Club, thank you. You've raised a lot of children in East Chicago from from the Catherine's house. Parents couldn't have made it years ago because they worked, but because of the Catherine House, that was the lifesaver, just like our library. Even though we have to have different rules and regulations now because generations have changed. But thank you all for embracing our children, feeding them, and making sure that they have all the things that they need. And second of all, with the library and the Boys and Girls Club, once we ever get this off the ground, with this move into this other building, hopefully everybody will merge together and we can have a bigger venue for bigger events. That's just one of my things. CTE, everybody knows that's my baby. First time they had a CTE awards and they honored. And they said we're a failing school. I don't know where they got that from because the CTE program was off the chain. I was so proud of our CTE. I couldn't get the numbers right because everybody know I don't wear my hearing aids, but I know it was a lot of kids up there that received awards and scholarships and on their way to a career path. So I thank all of you all because you all had a part to do with it. Either they had to come to the library or they had to go to the Boys and Girls Club. So all of you, it takes a village to run a district, not just me or a board. Yes, we've made some mistakes, but hopefully in 2026, 27, we can make it better. You learn from your mistakes. When you know better, you do better. And second of all, I just want to thank the little Carrie Gosh. They had the cutest little graduation. And I just want to say, they're going to a different school, they're going to a different level, but I think that they'll be prepared. And I just want to thank all of the volunteers. You have no idea how the parents will volunteer if we asked. And I'm going to leave on this note. Dr. Bonnier, when you first came here, you said you wanted a Parent Teachers Association. Well, they don't call it that anymore. I am looking for a Parent Advisory Board. I don't want the same people on the board. I want parents to be on the board. So if they could come back and give us feedback of what we're not doing correctly. That's the only way you're going to get back because their kids are going to tell them or they're going to ask their kids. So I'm just thinking an advisory board would be a wonderful asset. So with that being said, thank God, my spirit is calm. I saw all the faces that I know, I love, and I know that they are a part of our community, and I appreciate you. So the anger that I had, because I don't like my name being thrown out, because of you all and the spiritual being that I have, trying to be a humble person, made me come down. So thank you so much for being such a blessing to me.
Oh, Madam President, I forgot to, if I could
And
have
she's
just
taking
one more
yoga.
minute. Oh, I forgot to say something, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Thank you. So Coach Peters was in here and he gave a presentation with the athletic department as well. So I would just like to show you my shirt that I received from the children, from the Fellowship Christian Athletes in the gym. They do a lot of Christian things, talk about the Bible, they answer questions, things that we need in our community, I know more so than ever, so we have to keep the Lord first and foremost in all of our lives. whatever it is that we do. But this is a shirt that they do have to represent what they do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, let me close us out. I'm not gonna repeat all the thank yous. I echo all the thank yous to all the partners that are here, all you individuals. I don't want to leave nobody out, but I do echo the sentiments of my colleagues. But I do want to take a moment to celebrate some outstanding achievements across our district. I've been a very, very busy body the past 2 weeks. I'm like, we only have 6, 7 schools, and I was busy. But I want to take a moment to celebrate some student achievements. EL Exit Student Celebration, that was held last week. And I believe we recognized 25 students for their growth and their success exiting the EL program. I also wanted to congratulate, again, because I don't think we understand the magnitude of this success of an EL student that our salutatorian at East Chicago Central High School, who made history in our district as being the first to earn the prestigious Gates Scholarship Award, an EL student salutatorian. That is huge. That is huge. And that honor is awarded to less than 1.2% of the students nationwide. And this EL student came from East Chicago. So congratulations, Mr. Luis Alvarez, I believe his last name is. We have a nice billboard recognizing him on Columbus Drive. Thank you, Dr. Bournet, for that. I also want to celebrate, and then, yes, the numbers. I think you said 780, but I know we called 80 names on CTE Awards Night, recognizing industry certifications, dual credits, work-based learning, and leadership accomplishments. If you were not there to see that, to be a part of that program that night, it was streamed. I encourage each and every one of you to go take some time and watch that program celebration. I mean, it's remarkable where this CTE program is going. Ms. Brown-Nex, congratulations, thank you again. And I know we said you asked for grace, you got the grace, and you've been producing. We're seeing some results, and I'm really, really pleased with what I saw. So thank you again. And thank you for the honor of having me be the keynote speaker. That was also a privilege that I would not take lightly. Secretary Smith and I also had the pleasure of attending the 8th grade luncheon sponsored by our alumni. So a big shout out again to the East Chicago Central alumni. The students had an amazing time, music, food, dancing, gifts, and showing up in their Sunday's best. They really showed out. I had the opportunity to attend at least one graduation at every school. So I can confidently say that this work is worth it. I know, I mean, it's a bumpy year. It's a bumpy ride, it's a bumpy journey. Sometimes you can't see, you want to work with the end in mind, but sometimes it's so hard to see the end in mind. But it's days like this, weeks like this, that is like, man, it was all so worth it. So congratulations again. Thank you, staff, principals, teachers, paraprofessionals, custodial staff. I mean, it takes a village, it takes an entire district to really get our students passing across those stages and getting those diplomas. So thank you again. Athletic department, amazing presentation again, and I don't want to be repetitive, but I want to just express my gratitude. I volunteered as a softball coach, assistant softball coach, and it was both rewarding and eye-opening. It's easy, we could sit from this board at this board table and just kind of see and listen to a presentation, but when you are in there with those students, these students are really balancing some real life responsibilities. It is so heartbreaking. And I know that whatever we're seeing out there in the field or seeing out there after school, it could only be heavier to the teachers in the classrooms, trying to teach them, trying to, help them be successful, and at the same time helping them balance these real life responsibilities. I mean, we had like Coach Patterson said, we started off with 30 and ended up with 13 or 14, but we had girls missing because they had to babysit their siblings. We had girls missing because they had to babysit, they had to take care of a grandparent. And all those kids want is for someone to show up and not give up on them. I missed about maybe 5 to 8 practices because of school board businesses. And they called me out on it. We haven't seen you since May 4th. Are you gonna, I was like, oh, wow, they are paying attention. So you can't just come into their life and then, and then just leave. It's like, they're not something you could check off your list. If this is something you're gonna do it with your heart, no matter what capacity you're serving in. If you're serving on this board, you're serving, in your positions, volunteer, not volunteer, do it with your heart, because those kids are really, we're all they got. We're really all they got. We even had, we just had sectionals yesterday, and our amazing coach took the girls for ice cream, and we had one girl, and this, I was like, wow. We had one girl, she ordered a strawberry shake, and we're like, okay, we're at Dairy Queen, who orders a strawberry shake? So she was eating her, drinking her shake, and then, coach asked her, like, is that all you really wanted, was a strawberry shake? She was like, I've never been to Dairy Queen before, I didn't know what to order. I've never been to Dairy Queen before. So when we sit up here making decisions, we need to prioritize our students by ensuring that our staff have what they need to help these students and to push them right from the start. You know what this board has a habit of doing? Waiting on results and then extend the help. Because, again, that title of we is a failing school. They don't deserve, it's like we punish staff with withholding resources because we want to see results. You guys are making miracles, and I appreciate you and I applaud you. Again, just being out there for the past 2 weeks, from graduation to graduation, hearing different stories, volunteering with these girls, being out there with these girls and hearing their stories. I was able to share my story at the CTO Awards night, and I shared my story in Spanish. I had the mother come to me. Mind you, we had a team dad and a team mom that was there every game. And that mother came to me and said, thank you for sharing it in Spanish, because my father was able to understand. And the daughter was having, the girl, she said, thank you, coach, because I wanted my grandfather to really understand what I was doing. I mean, it's holistic. It's holistic. So, I just want to reinforce that we need to prioritize our students in every decision that we make and invest in our people, invest in our district right up front from the jump. And just a final note, I want to share my personal sentiment about the band. Bands and athletics, they need to be unified, representing and showcasing our schools together. I mean, it's just, that's how it's designed to be. It's holistic, right? As someone who played in the band all 4 years, I know how meaningful that experience is. I was playing the band since the 5th grade. And we were all part of games. We were part of city parades, pep rallies, even I had to play at my own graduation. So, my daughter graduated here in 2020. And since then, I've been waiting to see the band at one of our games, at one of our parades. I want to see them active. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I want. And so let's lock arms and do what we got to do. It's not that I'm not sure what the narrative is out there. We're not taking band away. We want to excel the band to its full potential, because we know there's potential there. If we could get to out of state, we could get to out of city, why can't we get into our own city? We have parents that have a hard time to drive just across town to see a program. What more, they have to find a ride to go to Illinois or go outside the city, go see their kid play. So that's all I want. That's all I want. And that's all I've been challenging this district with, is where is the presence of the band on all levels? That's all I'm asking. So the band is not going anywhere. We just want to see it go to another level that we know it could go. So with that, thank you again, Library Board. Thank you for your creativity, your collaboration, your partnership. It's very crucial and instrumental to our school district. You literally bridge the gap between the community and us, so thank you. And for that, I will end the meeting with that. Date and time.
They want a choir too.
Yes. Well, yeah, we'll leave that for another one. We got to go. Date and time of next meeting, Tuesday, June 9th at the Administration Building. Can I get a motion for adjournment?
Madam President, make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by VP Rodriguez, second by Secretary Smith. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gibson King? Yes. Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Madam President Taylor.
Yes, meeting adjourned.